All right, guys. Let's get this power hour going. Welcome. Looks like we have a small crew here. Scott, good to see you again. Brianna, good to have you on here. And Terry, appreciate you jumping on. And of course, Benjamin. Things are maybe going to be a little bit different today in that, well, not really different in that I'm not completely prepared here, but but that said, the real purpose, of course, of the power hour is to support you guys and to help you guys overcome whatever roadblocks, whatever things are going on. Obviously, we can only control so much, but certainly we're here for you and to help make sure that our system is performing and we're performing and helping you guys in every way we can. Frank is MIA. Hopefully he will jump on. We do like, of course, having him because he is more in the trenches with you guys than I am. But that said, we do send out the questionnaire every week looking for your guys' input on questions or any roadblocks. So, I don't know. I guess what I'd love to hear is maybe from you guys. I know we're all kind of busy with our own stuff, but I'd love to hear like what you guys are struggling with, or if you are struggling with anything with the system, any questions that you have, and we can kind of dive in and see how we can help. So, Brianna, how are things going for you?
I think a new ad started running in the past week, and that has improved lead flow a bit. I think I've gotten maybe 10 leads in the past week. And awesome. So, yeah, getting some appointments. It's still about the same quality of leads. They're not all super well qualified, but that's okay. So I think it's going all right. Has anyone started running or had good results with the YouTube ads or TikTok?
Yeah, so we've been running some tests using generic actors, using actors for the TikTok ads, and we are starting to see some phenomenal results from it. It's been in limited, it has been a fairly limited test, primarily in Arizona, but we chose Arizona purposely because Arizona and Utah have typically been higher cost for leads for us and a little harder to get traction on Facebook. So we're really happy with the trends and the results that we're seeing so far. And I actually am hopeful that one of you guys doing the video yourselves is going to even resonate and convert even better. I just always think it's better to try to develop that relationship as soon as possible. Them seeing the actual person and hearing your voice is, I think, going to be substantially more powerful when they then get on the phone with you than it like being a kind of a generic kind of thing. But yeah, I know you and Benjamin have talked about TikTok and yeah, the results are good. I think it's well worth it. Like we've talked about before, I'm not seeing a huge difference in the quality, but the amount of opportunities that you get are substantially more. So it's just kind of a numbers game with that. And it'll be interesting to see. A lot of our targeting initially has been wide open. And that's where we're seeing the cheapest cost per lead, but That said, I think that if we start targeting different age brackets, we'll start seeing some different trends, and we'll start seeing like, oh yeah, hey, the better leads are coming from the people that are, 34 to, 45, say, versus the real first time buyers that are just out of school, or, just out of college, or just starting their lives, versus the first time buyers that are they haven't bought a house just because they've been a renter, not
Right.
necessarily that they can't afford it or something like that. So I see some big opportunity in there. It'll also be interesting to see how things shift with, the market normalizing and becoming a lot more purchase centric versus refi centric. And, we're all speculating what is going to happen, but, who knows? So that'll be interesting. Yeah. And as far as the appointments, conversations, quality, all that stuff, I mean, I appreciate you do have, the right, I think, expectations here, and just understanding it is a little bit of that build and that process. And it's always looking like, how can we squeeze the juice out of the leads that we're generating? And going for the referrals and playing that long game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So on the topic of TikTok, the course is complete. Next week, I kind of plan on doing more of a formal announcement and launch of it. But what I would love to do is anyone who is on this call right now and is interested in TikTok and in looking at the course, I would love to give anyone who's interested free access to the course. And in return, what I would love is any kind of review or testimonial on it. But really what I'm looking for is, is input. I want to know, like, is it good? Is this something that we're finding valuable? I think it's an amazing course. I have gone through it. Like I said, it's not initially my course, but I think it's incredible. But I want to get your guys' feedback too. And I also realize that because he is a realtor, albeit in Canada, most of his coaching comes from, and he says a lot of stuff of the agents and talking towards realtors. And I guess I've always had like a little bit of concern. Like, I want to make sure that people see past that a little bit and understand that this is really, valuable for all of us. It's not just for agents. Brianna, Terry, Scott, you guys are kind of lucky here. Again, it's only if you want it. I'm not trying to push anything on you guys, but if you're interested in it, I'd love to hook you guys up with that.
So how do we access that?
I'm sorry?
How do we access that course?
Yeah, I'll send you guys an email. You'll get like an email, and I'm going to be adding it to the CRM portal, and it will be in that list. But right now it'll just be you'll have a link with a login and password for it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe Scott wasn't in the last power hour.
Oh, okay.
But it's a great course. We got it, and we have the records, and TikTok. It's working fantastic, and it's the new Facebook, even better.
Did you say I wasn't on the call, Benjamin?
Yeah, I think Scott was.
I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
No,
Oh, Terry.
okay.
Terry.
I was very interested
Terry
in it, but
probably.
I thought it was going to be access through the CRM, and I hadn't seen it, so I was just wondering.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Terry. My bad.
Yeah. No, I will be making it accessible through the CRM. But and that's just me adding basically a link to it. But here, let me go. Can I share my screen, Benjamin?
Oh yeah. Go ahead. I will share.
Awesome. Yeah, and just, you know, again, kind of so right now it's not embedded into the CRM. We will be doing that eventually, but for right now, it's just like I said, it'll be a separate link with the login and password, and we have all the videos, video and ideas and the PDFs in there. And I'm kind of just a real refresher for any of you guys that show up and are watching this in a replay. And I know Terry, I don't know if you've seen this, but we have all the fundamentals. So this is the reason why it is a content marketing and not TikTok course is because it's really about creating content that can be used in a multitude of ways. So once we create it, and if it's filmed correctly, it can be used on YouTube as well. It can be used on Facebook as well. And then, you know, and then you kind of have that in your archive. It could possibly be used in other platforms that appear, who knows, or on your own website, your own blog. And we get into even so that we do talk about TikTok, we do talk about video and all of that, but then we do get into like the content multiplier strategy. And this is where Matt is talking about really how to take the content and all the different things that you can do with it, you know, starting out with like, and of course, the biggest thing, the biggest hurdle for people to overcome is just making it first. But, you know, he talks about, it's like taking the first 3 videos and how we can make it into like 21 different posts. So it's really reusing, repurposing, and all of that will kind of milk it a little bit. And then we do have, as part of this, said it starts with a 7-day action plan, but I got him to give me the full 30 days. So we do have the full 30 days. These videos are super short. They're like a couple minutes long.
Welcome back to day number 9.
Yeah, 1 minute and 10 seconds long kind of thing. And it's really just kind of holding your hand and giving you, you know, some daily tasks. So you just kind of knock these out really quick. You know, you spend 5 or 10 minutes a day doing it. And before you know it, you have a breadth of material to use. And then he does not get into the direct response ad that we're using. So it's kind of leaving it up to you guys when you let me know if you're, you know, comfortable enough, familiar enough with the tools and how to do this yourself. I have a script all ready to go. I have some example videos that I can show you guys and share with you guys, so you can see exactly what is already performing. You know, and we have tried a few different ones, and what's really performing right now is kind of the handheld walking around a neighborhood and just, you know, running through the script. We've done one where it's behind the desk. We've done it where it's like, I have a thing where it's like, you know, I show my old rent receipts and my closing disclosure statements showing how much I saved, that kind of thing. They don't work as well. People like working with people. They really do. They like seeing your face and hearing your voice and, you know, knowing you're a real person. And then the seeing the houses behind you as you walk and all of that. There's just, you know, some subliminal selling, if you will, to that, them seeing the houses that they want to eventually be buying. So cool. Cool. So so we got Scott, Brianna, hey, Terry. I know we haven't even really got you launched yet on things. So again, it's awesome that you're, showing up for this, and, looking forward to getting this going. I know we're working through compliance a little bit. But that said, I'm extending the offer to you as well. If you're interested in TikTok, I know in our past, the past Power Hour, I understand, like I'm a desk jockey. I'm an introvert. I don't really like being social in front of the camera. And I realize it's not for everyone. That said, if you're just having even a passing interest and you just want to take a cursory look at the course, again, it's like, free, no obligation. And I'd love to hook you up with that.
Yeah, no, I do want to take a look at that course. I was looking at the stuff while you were screening through it. So
awesome.
I do. Hopefully we can get through this compliance issue. I know they're working on it today again.
Yeah,
So,
we will. And and just so you guys know, I mean, that's part of what separates us, I believe, is that we do everything on the up and up. We are happy to work with compliance departments. It's always a little bit of a pain in the ass. Let's face it. Red tape's never fun, but we are willing to go that extra mile. We're willing to work with compliance. And I know in your case, Terry, we were talking that maybe some legislation has changed and we may need to be licensed as a lead provider. I don't think we will, because we are marketing on your behalf. We are not a lead gen service where we are selling leads one by one or on a pay per lead basis. And so that kind of indemnifies us from having to be a lead gen, classified as lead gen like that. That said, if we do find that we are, and it's whatever, $600 or something to get licensed, because that's what it was in Connecticut for us, we're happy to do it. Behooves us. We want to work with you. We know we're going to have other people that are going to want that. That's cost of doing business for us. So,
Right.
So I want you to know we're in your corner. We're going to get you back on this.
No, we're working on it. I mean, they want it. They want it to go through. I mean, they're not pushing back, but they're, like the conversations have been had. We're very compliant oriented, and our chief compliance officer sits with Fannie and Freddie. So
yeah.
What she says goes. So
right. Yep. 100%. And we understand it's it's your guys' business, it's your license. There's a lot on the line with this, and so we want to make sure everyone's asses are covered.
Yep. Yes. I appreciate that.
100%. So, hey, Scott, I know that you wanted to talk about some things, and I wanted to ask you, how are the conversations going? I know that for a little bit over a couple days, almost a week, we didn't have a single lead. That those things sometimes happens, not always, but I just wanted to reiterate that over this period, we're going to keep pushing forward and trying to get as many leads as possible, but also of great quality too.
Well, I was unclear. I mean, you and I had talked when we spoke briefly last week, and we had talked about changing up the ad, but then you were going to send me what it would look like, and I never saw anything. So I didn't know if it got changed. It seemed like it did, because, but I don't know.
Let me check. I might have.
Yeah. And I can open up the ad manager, and we can even pop in.
Because typically I'll get some what?
The ad said 2021. Correct? The ad was saying 2021 when
well, yeah, but I mean that wasn't the biggest thing. We talked about kind of trying, because I don't know, we just talked about you said there were 2 ads that were kind of running in our group, and I wanted to just try the other one to see if I might get some different types of leads, because most of mine have been lower credit, purchase leads, and they really can't afford to purchase anything in this market. Anyways, I don't know if it got changed or not, but it seemed like it did, because typically, even if I'm not getting leads on a particular day, I'll get a couple of likes or comments on an ad. So when I got nothing for, like, I don't know, I think it was from I don't know. I mix up my days.
Yeah.
Because I work on the weekends, but for about 4 or 5 days, I didn't get any leads, and I also didn't get any likes. So I didn't know if the ad had changed, and I can't see the ad unless somebody actually likes it or comments on it.
I can show you
Yeah,
how to
so-
get to your ad. And
Oh,
But I have not, the appointments, I was getting some appointments back in December. I really haven't gotten much this month. And, a few appointments that I did get, didn't show up.
yeah.
So-
Here, let me share my screen here. So this is your ad account, Scott. You can see some of the, I don't know how familiar you are with the side of things. Basically how it breaks down is there's campaigns. Think of it as buckets, right? Bucket inside a bucket. Campaign is generally we're running one type of campaign, which is a conversion campaign. One of the other types is, say like a traffic or impressions or a lead form, which a lead form is like one of the lowest quality because you can't ask any kind of financial information. You're just getting their name, email, and phone number. So we don't do that. So campaigns, within each campaign is the ad sets, and then within each ad set is going to be multiple ads. So I've set our period for last 30 days. We can see last 30 days, it's showing 28 good leads. Now, Facebook has gotten really dicey with its measurements. So we actually my media buyer hand audits the account on a weekly basis. So this 28 leads is what's being triggered as a good lead, but we also have all the ones that have a lower than 580 FICO, self-stated. They have lower than 580. And so that triggers for Facebook you do these custom conversions.
Yeah, we actually have 35.
Non-qualified lead. Let's see what it shows for that. So it's showing seven that were like low, we call labeling non-QM, but really it's only based on that one question. It's really only based on the FICO question.
Right.
And so we can see, so it's basically, a lead or so a day, a little bit more than that. If these
Are you
numbers-
measuring whether, we get, because some of these leads I get, I call them, the ISA calls them, they don't answer, or, there's been a couple where I've gotten an answer from a text, like, when would be a good time to call? And they say never, so that I don't, it's not it's a lead, but if I never make contact and they have no interest, do we consider that a qualified lead?
No, if they to us, like someone that is either chased down by the call center and they either are live transferred to you or booked onto your calendar, those and they have a they didn't disqualify themselves based purely on FICO. Those are what we would consider a marketing qualified lead. That's someone that that they have interest, they booked on your calendar, or we did a live transfer. So that's where we're, talking the about 10 a month or 30 in the 90 days. So I would say based on these metrics, we're falling short in, I mean, I don't know, is all right with you? I can look at your high level account. I want to put it up on
Yeah,
the screen if you don't mind.
I've got no secrets. I mean, I've taken probably a half dozen applications. And I've talked to a few other people who, were interested, but then said, they decided to put it off. I mean,
Right.
and so they're still on my CRM, and they're still on my radar. I would consider those okay, but I think by my count, I've probably gotten between 10 and 15 that would fit those criteria that you just stated.
Mhm.
In the last, well, whatever it's been, it's probably been 75 days.
Yeah. So, it used to be, and I know Benjamin and I were talking about this earlier, and it used to be that we could assume about 100 leads top of funnel, and then just kind of do the math, and it would end up, that's how we felt very comfortable with our guarantee. As cost per lead has gone up and the competition has gone up and Facebook isn't performing as well, it's now, of course, we get less opportunities at that top of funnel. So what went from, 100 is, now at 50 or 40, or in some cases even worse than that, unfortunately. And so that part of it is out of our control. And so we look at like, well, what can we control? We can look at other platforms. We can look at doing other things. We can also look at, our follow-up and nurtures and that side of the game. So, you're right with some of this. It is like, it's a numbers game. It is playing the long game a little bit and realizing that, it could potentially take, some people longer to turn into, a deal at the closing table. But I had so a colleague in one of my marketing groups, he does, I forget what niche but he was talking about a dating coach. I forgot the guy's name, but it was back in whatever, handful of years ago or so. There was a dating coach, and he basically said that 90% plus of the people that came into his pipeline, came into his funnel, were not ready to buy. They were in a relationship, or they were married, or whatever their circumstances were. They were not ready right then. However, his game plan was to just always stay in front of them, because at the end of the day, 90% of relationships fail. And he wanted to be at the top of their email box, or have just texted them when that happens. A little dark, but the same kind of thing applies for us. And that is why we have the nurture sequences and everything, is to try to take some of that weight off your shoulders of just always staying in contact with them, always staying present with them, because they're interested. They want to buy a house. They just need to figure out how they're going to do it, whether that's coming up with the down payment, or fixing credit, or the timing is off, or whatever, but yeah, I mean, with all of this, and this is why we talk a lot about the marketing qualified lead. It's like, it's someone that we can continue to market to. And just by being consistent in doing that, we will be at the right place at the right time, and then when they're ready, we're going to go. So, but we're definitely can work on, and I know we are we're always working on optimizing things and getting better. I mean, again, so I take these numbers with a grain of salt a little bit, but so we can see, I mean, we had one that was getting like $20 leads, but now this latest one has gotten up to 30, and that's pretty high. That's pretty high. What area you're in? I'm sorry, I should know this, but
Colorado.
Colorado.
you're in Colorado. Okay.
Yeah, this month he had 35. This was the manual audit that we did.
Gotcha. So
And,
so I'm having a video made. I actually have an interview with an actor in about 20 minutes. I do have a video for TikTok and YouTube that's going to be made that I think the actor is in Colorado. I have two different actors. I have one I'm interviewing who is in Colorado and one in Utah. I think if they're in a residential neighborhood doing the walk and talk thing, that, you know, Utah, it could be used for either area. So I can't promise an exact timeline. I know that an actor, me giving him the script, like it shouldn't take him more than a couple hours to do this. There's a good chance that by the end of the week, I can have something ready to go for you, and we can run if you're open to it. You know, we can kind of use you as a test subject in here and start running that ad. Again, I know it's a proven script. It's just, you never know. You just never know exactly how something's going to perform until you try it. But I can say based on the results that we're seeing on the other TikTok ads that we're running, that we should definitely be able to do better than the cost per result that we're getting right here in Facebook. What's your thoughts? Because I know I'm giving you access to the Facebook course, but that's probably going to be a little bit of a ramp up period. And if you ever even feel comfortable doing that, you tell me, is that something? Is that something
TikTok, not Facebook, right?
It would be on TikTok. Yep.
Yeah, definitely interested in. You know, I'm interested in trying whatever. I'm not really a video guy, but I'll try whatever.
Okay.
You know, I think, you know, I'd be interested to see the video that your actor does.
Yeah.
I was thinking after we had our call last week, I was thinking of ways to potentially add a little bit of humor in it, because that's really kind of what grabs people with TikTok. So
Yeah.
I was even thinking about using my dog, because, you know, dog videos are the ones that I watch on TikTok.
They're great.
But so
no, and it's true. And it's like, it's just that one more way to kind of connect with people. Is like you said, you know, they, even if it's not funny necessarily, like when people are like, oh, he's a dog guy, you know, it's just like any reason, anything you can do to connect. Let me see if I had so the video that is
Are you in Arizona?
so this is the video, and let me make sure my audio.
You found
Video.
it.
Yeah. So this video is like crushing it in Arizona. Like it is, see, it's 60 seconds. TikTok needs to be under 60 seconds when you're doing an ad. But this is an actor that was hired.
Are you an Arizona resident looking to get the keys to your dream home? Well, now is the time to take a limited opportunity to be able to purchase your dream home in as little as 60 days. This opportunity to own the home that you want in Arizona is for people that have fair or better credit and those that are paying $1,400 or more in expensive rent. It begins by clicking the button below and completing the Arizona Home Buyers Quiz. Once you complete the quiz, you'll instantly know your chances of being able to get the keys to your dream home. And how is this possible? the best kept secret in the mortgage industry to get the lowest monthly payment for the least amount of down is to work with a mortgage broker. When you work with a mortgage broker, you get the lowest rates. There's special programs allowing you to be able to purchase your dream home, keeping as much money in your pocket as possible. If you're an Arizona resident and you want to know instantly what it'll take to get the keys to your dream home within 60 days, then click the link below and fill out the Arizona Homebuyers Quiz. Make that the first step to getting the keys to your dream home.
Sorry about a little bit of the choppiness, but out of I have lots of different swiped videos and things from different people. But out of that one has been one of the top performers. I have another one that's been on YouTube a lot. That's also a top performer, but
So I noticed that he doesn't, he never says who he's with or his NMLS number. It's not on his copy there. I would think that we would need to have that on there.
yeah. So what this is, what I was showing you was the generic, and then we add the disclaimers, we add all the other information to the bottom of the ad. If we a lot of times it's not necessarily having to be on the ad, it has to be on the landing page that they go to, where we do have all of that information. You've seen a copy of your landing page, Scott?
I'm sorry?
Have you seen what your landing page looks like?
The survey.
The survey?
I think, yeah, I have, because I can go to it when I see the ad, and I see the ad when somebody likes it or whatever. Yeah,
Right.
I've seen this, and I know that all this stuff is down below, which
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming is fine. I added to my Facebook page my NMLS number just in my description.
Yep. Perfect.
Could be in the description of the video. Could be
Yeah. So the video,
itself.
you'll see, like when you're on TikTok, the video itself, and then you have description, you have text and everything that is added to it. So that's where we add all that kind of stuff, and then all the legal, and then, like I said, it goes directly to your landing page, which has it all as well. But yeah, so the video I was showing you was the generic version that's pre-adding any of that additional text and that kind of stuff. What was I going to say? Yeah, the other video is a longer video for YouTube. Again, performs extremely well, but he talks about it's a little gray hat in my eyes. They had the actor actually like give a case study, of like, he points to the house and he's like, this house, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths with the swimming pool, and Linda got into it, and he gives like a case study. It could be changed. Like, I mean, it can be that kind of thing. Like, again, it's like how far you want to walk that line. Like you could say, a client of mine got into a house just like this, right? 3 bedrooms, 4 baths with a pool. And, so it's like, you're not trying to say like, this is the house, that kind of thing. And certainly, again, we can work with, legal and compliance if we feel it's kind of borderline and you want to make sure, it clears, and you're not saying anything. I think we all kind of know, towing the line versus stepping over it. Like I said, in this other video that I have, he's definitely towing the line. He's definitely towing the line with it. But I think what we're finding overall is that it's hitting on those certain notes of like, are you interested in looking for, buying a house? Do you have good credit or decent credit? Do you have a down payment, or are you already paying X amount in rent? And and giving them the idea that, hey, there are programs out there for them, that the rates are going up or that kind of thing. But really what we find when even if the copy is the same, even if what is being said is the same, what performs best is that walking and talking video. People want to work with people. Whenever it becomes faceless or animated or anything like that, there's like this
Disconnection. Yeah.
Yeah. Just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. Yeah. But awesome. So yeah, so the video that I just showed you is the script that I'm having the other actors do, and it would be along those lines for the one that I am having created for Colorado and Utah right now. Cool.
Awesome.
Cool, guys. So any other questions or anything that we can chat
I've
about?
got one.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you have a nurture campaign for refinance leads, because I did get one, like in my time so far, I've gotten one refinance lead, and all of the follow-up nurture has still been about purchasing a home.
Oh, really? Okay, then I'll
Yeah.
let me look at that right now. There should be.
Yeah. We have a drip campaign as well as a nurture campaign for refinance.
Yeah, we do.
So
So
it
something may not have triggered properly.
Maybe a tag.
Brianna, did you put the lead in the right, where you drag it over? Because I think there's one for pre-qualified.
Oh, for the column, it's okay. Regardless if you move them to the appropriate column, is it pre-qualification or refinance or purchase? The automation should follow up with them.
Yeah, I know that when I put it into application received, they get an email saying, we received your application. Now let's set up a time to go over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. So let me look at refi. Oh, do I have it as refi or refinance? I think I have refinance.
I can tell you who the lead is, if that helps.
Sure.
Sure.
So the first name is Afzal, so AFZAL.
Oops. Hold on. Let me remove this.
Afsel.
Last name is, yeah, AF as in Frank, ZAL.
Okay, so I don't see any. Is this someone that
one, Afsel.
okay,
Yes,
there's something went wrong here because he doesn't have any tags.
Yeah, if you look at his thing,
Wow.
it says he's interested in interest rate reduction, refinance. So, I mean, the refinance questionnaire should have, I
No,
don't
it
know
does.
if it should automatically tag it, but
Yeah. Yep. That's yeah. So something because he did answer the questions. I see the refinance. So let me look at your automation. And I pretty much can tell you where it went wrong.
Excuse me for a minute. I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, it should have gone mortgage refinance campaign. And okay. Here's what we'll fix. So we don't want to go to the campaign. We want to go to the workflow. There we go. That is fixed. And then for him, he's on the purchase 6-month lead nurture. We'll remove him from there. And so he came in recently, right? I guess it's been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Okay. Well, we fixed it for the future. I could manually add him to the offer. I could manually add them to the refinance. Campaign. Oh, and that's another thing for any of you guys, is another option is if you guys are comfortable or handling VA, that's also kind of niching down a little bit into that. Also can give us some better results sometimes. I guess we haven't got a hold of this guy, right, Brianna?
No.
So I don't see any issue. I'm going to just add him to the sequence and see if he responds. He hasn't responded to any of the calls or anything they have been persistent. Okay, did he just not? Oh, look at that. I just changed things in the 2 seconds I was off. Okay. Interesting. All right, let me see if there's something else going on, but this should work. At the very least, we should have things corrected now for any refis that come in the future.
Okay.
And I don't know why. And let me look, and I'll look into why he is not being added right now to this refinance. Oh, because he's probably, I have it set so they can't do multiple. Oh, technology.
What happened?
I couldn't add him because somehow he was added, but then removed.
Duh.
Anyway.
Fun stuff.
Sure is. Yeah. Yeah. Try again. Third time's a charm.
Ew.
There we go. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to jump off. I gotta go interview an actor here. But Scott, I will let or Benjamin and I will let you know as soon as we have that kickoff video done. I will get all three of you access to the content course
Yes.
by the end of the day today. And yeah, and we'll keep things going.
100%.
Going.
Yes.
All
I
right,
also
guys.
have to hop off. I have a welcome call.
Yep.
So let me stop this sharing. Awesome, guys. So again, thanks a lot for coming. Really appreciate it. If you don't have a call scheduled with me, please let me know via text, via email, give me a call. And yeah, let's meet soon, okay?
Awesome, guys.
Fantastic.
Right.
Have a good rest of your
Awesome.
day.
Have a fantastic day. Rest of the week. Happy weekend. We'll see you next week, okay?
All
All
right.
right.
See
Bye.
ya.
You
Bye
guys.
bye. God bless.